Hey everyone, James from the Fit RV. Let's say you've stored your RV for a while because of, I don't know, let's say a global virus pandemic. Crazy, but it happens. What do you need to do to get your rig ready to roll again? If you're in luck, I'm going to share with you today my own personal pre-flight checklist. I use it before every trip and it's certainly applicable right now. There's 20 steps, but they go really quick. Let's get started. Step one is turn on the fridge. And I like to do this step first so that the fridge has time to cool down while I'm doing the rest of the steps. We have a compressor fridge, it's pretty easy to get it going. If you have an absorption fridge, you're going to need to do whatever you need to do to get that cool in enough time. Next. Step number 2 is to have a look underneath your rig to make sure there's no drips, leaks, anything broken, fallen, or anything out of the ordinary. And we are looking good. Step 3 is going to be to check all of your engine fluids. So here that's going to be antifreeze, I'm good. Brake fluid, I'm good. Washer fluid, I'm good. And engine oil, dun, 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 I'm good. Now this is going to be different depending on what kind of rig you have, but do the needful and take care of all your fluids up under here. Step number 4 are going to be things we're going to do at each tire location. First thing we're going to do is check the tire pressure. Now we have weighed our RV, and I know I want my tires at 65 front. Ooh. It's actually a little high. And 75 in the rear. We actually use the weight of the RV to determine tire pressure. If you want to know how to do that, there's an article on the Fit RV that'll tell you how to do that. Next thing you're going to do is check for any uneven wear or unusual bulges or anything like that in the tire. And in this case, we are good. And then the last thing you're going to do is to check the lug nut torque of each lug. And on the ProMaster, it's 145 foot-pounds. Step 5 is to check your engine starting battery. Now on a ProMaster, that battery is kind of underneath here and it's really kind of a pain to get to. I've got an easier way to do it. I've got an app which is hooked up to the battery and it's showing that I have got a charge of 12.6 volts, so I'm good to go. Step 6 is to make sure all your turn signals, hazard lights, marker lights, headlights, taillights, etc. are working. And if you're going to be towing on that trip, as we sometimes do, it's a good time to check the lights on your towed vehicle or trailer as well. Step 7, annoy your neighbors, check your horn. Okay, step 8 is to check your 120 volt and 12 volt power. So if you had to turn your battery on to start your refrigerator, you've probably already noticed whether or not you have 12 volt power, and the lights are on, so we do. 120 volt power, if you have a generator, you're going to want to check your generator and make sure that starts. If you're like we are and you have an inverter, you're going to want to start the inverter and make sure that you've got 120 volt power as well. Okay, step 9 is going to be to charge the batteries on the accessories you're going to be using. And I don't know what you have, but I can tell you what we have. First, we have a tire pressure monitor that has a rechargeable thing, so start that charging. We also have some walkie-talkies that we bring, start those charging. And we have headlamps with rechargeable batteries, so we'll be recharging those as well. I don't know what you've got, but you know what it is, charge it. Step 10 is going to be to check the air filters on your air conditioner and clean them if necessary. If you have a cat who likes to shed all over the place with cat hair, this is a very important step. But in this case, we're good. Step 11, make sure that your fire extinguishers are actually present and fully charged. Number 12 is you're going to want to test your smoke, your carbon monoxide, and your propane leak detectors. Plug your ears. Okay, it works. Step 13 is to make sure that your kitchen and roof vents, they all function and work properly. Come on, open up. There we go. That one's working. And that one's working. We're good. Step 14, you're going to want to check your tank level indicators and make sure they work. You're going to want to start I hope, with your gray and black tanks at empty. Okay, step 15 is to fill your fresh tank. So we're closing in, we're getting close. And when you've got a full fresh tank and empty gray and black tanks, isn't that just a nice feeling? Okay, step 16 is to check the operation of your water heater. Now that may take a while for the water heater to fill up, and it's important that you run water and get water into the tank before you turn on the water heater, so you may need to turn on the pump and then check your water heater. Now step 17 would be to add any needed chemicals to your holding tank if you have a traditional RV toilet or a cassette, or if you have a composting toilet like we do, we want to freshen up the medium in your composting toilet. This is something I came up with. I don't know if it's a good idea or not, but I pre-packaged the media for the compost toilet and I put it in a vacuum bag and shrank it down so it doesn't take up so much space. I'm a little OCD. Now step 18 would be, just in case, to make sure you've got all your manuals available. That's like your RV manual, your appliance manuals, etc. So if something comes up, you've got some troubleshooting available. Now, you could bring along the giant briefcase of papers that came with your RV, or you could download the manuals onto your phone or something like that, and then they're with you and they don't take up any space. Step 19, something you probably can't do in your driveway, and that's to fill up with propane. So I'm off to do that next. Okay, and step 20, when you're done with that, it's time to pack. Now, we have a bunch of packing checklists that are available on thefitrv.com, and even this list, I'm going to have Steph make a cute infographic with these 20 steps. Hi, you just realized you've got work. Have her make a cute infographic, and we'll make that available on the post that goes with this video, also on thefitrv.com. And that's it. Get out there, have fun, 20 steps, and you're out of here. Bye. If you have an absorption fridge, you'll need to remove it and get a real refrigerator. No? Okay. If you have an absorption fridge, hopefully you turn that on during the Reagan administration so that it's had time to get cold, but no. If you have an absorption fridge, pray! If you have an absorption fridge, now would be a good time to go to the convenience store and get some ice for your igloo cooler. If you have an absorption fridge, alert the fire department so they're on standby, try to light the thing, and then wonder where it was in life you went so wrong.